question, I guess, to the group is, should you have a board of advisors, and if so, why? And I'm going to ask Chip that to start off.
The CEO's job is a really lonely job. You have nobody else to talk to in your business about your business. So the board of advisors gives you a group of people, a person, a couple of people, somebody to talk to about a variety of different business issues. It also gives you a different eye on the business. You can get an unvarnished, if you choose the right board, an unvarnished view of your business and an outsider's view of your business.
But the question is, why do you want it? What do you want it to accomplish? And that's, to me personally, that's the first thing you have to answer when you're thinking of a board, because there's some reason that you're looking for it. My experience with family businesses, when you ask them why they want it, be prepared, because they will never tell you the real reason they want it. You have to dig deeper than the first, why do you want it? You have to ask them 4 or 5 times.
When I started my company in 2002, Next State Solutions, I brought in an advisory board. And it was really one of the best things that I did. And what I found the most effective thing of that advisory board was that it kept my feet to the fire. As CEOs, we don't really have necessarily someone else to report to, and we can let things slip by. But with an advisory board, who of course would be strategic in its intent, they will ask you where you are with certain decisions that you wanted to make.
Ted, where do you find the right advisors?
First you have to ask why you want them, and then my belief is that when you understand why you want them, you're looking for skill sets. So when you define why you want something and the skill set, then you look to see how to identify where you can find them. Like you're looking for a job. You tell people that you know, your contacts, what you're looking for, or you do a very discreet search where you go through, and I would dare say, you go through people like you. I mean, you guys are probably the best source of board members on the planet, because you're all dealing with great business people. So if your client's looking for a board member, you go to folks like you.
This is an advisory board. This is not a board of directors with any kind of voting power. So it's really, and maybe it's my experience of utilizing a board. You're basically using this board as a group of advisors. So they're just, and this is from the CEO, they're just firing at you all the time. All the time.
What's a reasonable investment to make, and I know there's a range, but for each member of your advisory board?
With compensation, it allows you to have certain expectations. And there is work, I'm on a board now, where there is a good amount of work to be done in between meetings. And that's an expectation to set, where they can go out and do some research and reading and then come back with that information. So it brings it to a slightly more professional level. It's not so much the amount, but that you do compensate. Certainly very early stage companies or pre-revenue companies, that's very different. But any revenue producing company should think about compensating. It's an investment you're making, and if you have the right advisors, you will get that back and many multiples.